I'm looking for you guys.
David Knoll.
All right, we are now live on YouTube and Facebook, broadcasting from San Jose, California. This is NorCal Hobbies presenting Friday Night Racing. All right, so I need a little bit of help out here turn marshaling, please. If I can get all my drivers from 21.5. I'm looking for all my 21.5 racers. All right, Jordan, Julian, Ryan, John, Theo, Henry, and Steve. If I can get you guys out here, please. All right. Also, looks like Carter's got a wrench in his hand there.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
I'll put you in 21.5. Let me get you out here in front of the driver's stand, please. There's only two of them.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, well, let's see. Carter, you good to go? Hey, if you want like 5 more minutes to work on it, I can put you in the next race. Okay. All right, just giving Carter a moment here. He's just getting that tightened up. I think he might have had a ball stud come loose. Yeah, it happens to everybody. Yeah, don't you hate it when that happens? All right, Carter's good to go. So we're going to get this show on the road. Loop is going live. Here we go. Andrew Knoll leading them off. This is race number 1, off and away.
Carter Garcia.
All right, we did lose Brian Cassidy to a bounce house. Apparently there was a bounce house and a pool in close proximity to each other somewhere. So him and Paxton are now on their way. Well, it is kind of like, well, I mean, he's no longer with us, right? For those of you who didn't catch it on the live feed, Brian's saying that I'm making it sound like he died. My reply, well, he is no longer with us. All right, 45 seconds in. We got Art Cardinale out front, followed by Merck, Garcia, Knoll, and Knoll. I guess there's only one Brian in this race now. Brian Merck. And he's on top of the leaderboard, 1806 right now. Got Andrew Knoll, 1701. Carter Garcia, 1701. Art Cardinale, 1704. David Knoll, 1710. Buck 10 in. 350 to go, drivers. A little help. Thank you, sir. All right, folks. It's a battle here. Knoll versus Cardinale versus Garcia. These guys all within a couple seconds here. Merck falling back just a little bit here. 140 down, 320 to go. Plenty of time. It looks like trouble for, that's going to be Andrew Knoll on his lid for a moment. Let's see how that affects the paces here. So right now it's Cardinale out front. He's 3 seconds ahead of Andrew. Andrew 3.4 ahead of Carter. Carter 4.7 ahead of David. And David only 2 seconds ahead of Brian. All right, drivers, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left. Cardinale currently 18.11 for pace. Got Knoll, Andrew that is, 17 flat. Carter going 17.08. Dave going 16.06. And Brian going 16.17. 225 down, 235 left, drivers. Art now 2 seconds ahead of Andrew. Andrew 4.6 up on Carter. Carter 7 ahead of Dave. Dave 1.7 ahead of Brian. 2:20 left. All right, fast lap of this one, 16-0 for Andrew Knoll. Got 16-7s for Cardinale and Merck. 17-2s for Garcia and David. Okay, drivers, 2 minutes to go. All right, Cardinale currently half a second ahead of Andrew. Andrew 11 up on Carter. Carter 2.5 ahead of Dave. Dave about 9 seconds up on Brian. Minute 45 left in this one. And a little trouble for Andrew there. We'll see how that affects the pace here. Oh, a little tumble there. Good hustle, guys. Got a minute 30 to go. All right, Cardinale, that's on by 16-7. We got minute 10 left. Cardinale going 18-10 for pace. Knoll, Andrew, 17-07. Knoll, David going 17-14. Garcia Carter going 17-16. And Merck Brian going 16-07. 55 seconds to go, drivers. Currently, Art 9 seconds up on Andrew. Andrew 6 seconds up on Dad. Got David 6.9 ahead of Carter, and Carter 2.9 ahead of Brian. 35 seconds remain, drivers. $20 seconds left. $15 seconds to go. All right, folks, getting down to the closing moments here. Looks like closest battle to the line's going to be Merck versus Garcia, just tenths of a second apart.
Brian Merck done. Carter Garcia done. David Knoll done. AJ Cardinale done.
All right, folks, that will be a race. Art Cardinale goes 18.09, Andrew Knoll 17 flat, David Knoll 17.08, Brian Merck 16 flat, 0.2, and Carter Garcia 16 flat, 0.8. All right, moving on to race 2. This one's going to be Henry, Theo, Curtis, John, and Mark. No Pac-Man. We lost Pac-Man to a bounce house. And a pool, and a jacuzzi. Yep, we lost a lot of good racers on this night. All right, race number 2 is going to be Henry, Theo, Curtis, Paxton, no Paxton, John, and Mark.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, if I can get all my drivers from that previous group to the track at
45
this time.
seconds to the start of the race.
I got Nart. I got Brian. Got Carter, got Andrew.
30 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio.
All right, folks. Well, the clock is set to 5 minutes in qualifying tonight. I think we can afford to give you guys some
10 car 10.
longer mains here. Maybe we'll go 6 for the main event.
The start of the race. Henry Robinson. Less than 5. Mark Ryan.
Curtis Lane. Are you going to make this one, Curtis Lane? Do I have a Curtis Lane in the house? Okay, looks like we're down to 4 racers in this one. All right, folks. We're going to get this show going, this party started. Drivers, listen for the tone. All right, folks, there might be a resort for round number 2. There may be a resort. All right, 25 seconds in, 4:35 to go. Got John Melio starting us off with an 18-0. Henry Robinson, 18-1. Theo Lynn, 19-3. Mark going 24. Help up front, thank you, sir. Careful in turn 1, careful turn 1. All clear, all clear. 40 seconds in. All right, folks, 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Got John Melio 16 flat, Theo Lynn 15:01. Ooh, Henry Robinson going 17.6 that time by, advancing his pace to a 16:13. Got Theo 15:01, Mark 12:25. Got 120 down. Fastest lap so far looks to be Henry Robinson. We got John Melio out front, 17 lap pace in the works. Ooh, John responds, 17.4 that time around. And we got ourselves a battle for that 2 spot here. Theo and Henry, 1.7 apart. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Got a $150 down, 3:10 to go. Two minutes down, 3 minutes left. John, Theo, Henry, and Mark, your full running order. $2:45 remaining here. Got John now 16 seconds ahead of Theo. Got Theo 3 seconds ahead of Henry. Henry 17 seconds ahead of Mark. Got 2:20 to go here, drivers. All right, John 17:09 for pace. Theo 15:05. Henry 15:20. Mark 13:03. All right, approaching 3 minutes down. 2 minutes remain. All right, a minute 35 to go. John, 17:08. Theo, 15:03. Henry, 15:14. Mark, 13:01. Fast lap remains. John, 17:4. Got Henry, 17:6. Theo, 19:3. And we got Mark improving, though, 20.2. Got a minute 20 left in this one, drivers. Race leader driving the blue and orange. Ah, 55 seconds left, drivers. John now 24 seconds up on the field. Got Theo 9 seconds ahead of Henry. Henry a lap up on Mark. 40 seconds left, drivers. Got race number 3 coming up next. Might need a little help marshaling that one. A little bit short-handed for this. 25 seconds remaining, drivers. Fifteen seconds left. Keep on going, drivers. The computer will announce when you are done.
Mark Ryan done. John Milio done. Henry Robinson done.
One more car. All right, that'll be a race, guys. John Milio taking that one, 16:07. Yeah, Theo going 16:22. Henry, 15:09. And Mark at 13 flat. All right, folks. We're moving on to race number 3.
Kevin Allen.
All right, Brian, Jordan, Jeff, Tony, Kevin, Steve.
Bloom.
May need a little bit of help marshaling that one. Only 4 drivers showed up for that race.
Too Soon Jr.
We need a few volunteers for this next one.
Rice Cakes. Jordan Rivera.
All right, man. Need some turn marshals. Need some turn marshals.
El Tigre. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. I need one more in the middle for sure.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Can I get one more for in front of the driver's stand, please? One more. I just need one more.
15 seconds to the
One
start
more
of the
turn
race.
marshal, please. I guess we'll have to go with this. I guess
Less than 5.
since nobody wants to volunteer turn marshal, we will definitely be doing a resort next round. We will be doing a resort next round. All right, folks. We are going racing. All right, we got Kevin starting things off here, 16-6. Got Jeff going 17-0. Rough start for a couple of our cars here. All right, so Kevin and Jeff, decent first laps. All right, 40 seconds in. All right, 45 seconds down, 4:15 remains. Yeah, Kevin, Jeff, Brian, Jordan, Steve, and Tony are running order so far. All right, we are just 3 laps into this race. 1 minute down. Yeah, Miranda Gross-Ribari, your top 3, followed by Alan Leung and Wilson. $120 down, $340 left. All right, 140 down, 320 to go. All right, we got Jeff Miranda on a 1910 for pace. Jordan Rabara, 1807. Brian Gross, 1812. Kevin Allen, 17 flat. Tony Wilson, 1708. Steve Leung, 1605. All right, fast lap so far is going to be Brian Gross at 15.9. You got Jeff Miranda, 16.0. Jordan, Kevin, and Tony at 16.2, and Steve at a 16.7. 220 down with 240 remaining. All right, we got Jeff, Jordan, Kevin, Brian, Tony, and Steve. Your full running order. Jeff right now 6 seconds ahead of Jordan. Jordan is 3.4 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.6 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 5.7 ahead of Tony. And Tony 3.1 ahead of Steve. Fast lap being reset by BG 16.7. Miranda going 16.0 that time by. Allen goes 16.1. 3 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes to go. Careful up front. Need help up front. Oh, we got 3:15 down, $1:45 remaining. Jeff on a 19:09. Jordan 18:05. Kevin 18:10. Brian 18:12. Steve 17:10. Tony 16:03. Got a minute 30 to go. And Jordan that time by going 16 flat. So Jeff currently 1909, Jordan 1803, Kevin 1807, Brian 1810, Steve 1706, Tony 16 flat. Got just over 1 minute to go, drivers. Jeff, Jordan, Kevin, Brian, Steve, Tony. 50 seconds left in this race. This is race number 3 on track. Got race number 4 coming up next. Kevin Allen going 16.0 that time by. Rabara getting into the 15s a few laps ago. 30 seconds remaining. Jeff, Jordan, Kevin, Steve, Tony, and Brian. Ten seconds to go. Keep on driving until you hear the computer start to talk. Keep going, keep going.
Kevin Allen done. Jordan Rabara done. Too Soon Jr. done. LT Gray done. Steve Leung done. All drivers are finished.
And that'll be a race, guys.
Rice cakes
It's
done.
going to be Jeff going 19-13, Jordan 18 flat, Kevin 18-03, Steve 18-15, Tony 17-11, and Brian 17 laps as well. Okay, we're moving into race number 4. All right, this one's going to be Martin, Antonio Bryant, Mike, Ryan, and Omar. Turn marshals will be Jeff, Jordan, Kevin, Steve, Tony, and
Martin
Brian.
White, Ryan Bernally, Omar Man and Salsa, Antonio Council, Mike Council, Goompa. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, I'm going to need a turn marshal in the middle, please. All right, I got Brian, I got Jordan. Looks like I got Kevin and Tony. I'm guessing Jeff's in his
45
corner.
seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, there he is. Let's get you in your corner.
30 seconds to the start
Oh.
of the race.
All right, so we got our marshals out here. We are going racing in less than
15
5.
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we are off. All right, Antonio driving the orange whip. 15-1 out of the gate. Mirafuente 15-2. Got Mike 16-4, Martin 15-9, Ryan 18-2, Omar 18-2 as well. .30 seconds in, 4:30 remaining. It is going to be Council out front. Followed by Mirafuente, Council Vernali, Manansala White. 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Bryant going 15-1 that time by. One down, 4 to go, drivers. Antonio 2007 for pace. Bryant 2008, Mike 1914, Ryan 1804, Omar 1808, Martin 1701. .130 down, 3:30 to go. Gap between Council and Mirafuente right now, .078. Yeah, my Council 7 seconds behind Bryant. Vernali .031 behind Mike. Got Martin currently 2.7 behind Ryan. And Omar 1.1 behind Martin. We got 2 minutes down and 3 minutes left in this one. .210 down, 2:50 remain. Council and Mirafuente now 0.6 of a second apart. Vernali 11 seconds behind Bryant. Got Mike 0.7 behind Ryan. Martin 1.7 behind Mike. And Omar 2.1 behind Martin. We're 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. We'll work together, guys. Yeah, Council 2007, Mirafuente 2010, Vernali 1915, White 1804, Council 1807, Manansala 1808. All right, folks, 2:05 left in this one. Right now, Antonio 2007. Bryant 2010, Ryan 18 flat, Martin 1804, Mike 1805, Omar 1807. We got 3:25 down, 1:35 left in this one. Council driving the orange car, your race leader. Mirafuente is driving the blue ride in the 2 spot. They're separated by 2.4 at this junction of the race. Got Mirafuente 14 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 1.8 ahead of White. White 0.2 ahead of Council. And those guys 1.9 ahead of Omar. Got 1:10 to go, drivers. 70 seconds left. Trouble for Mirafuente. Got just over a minute to go. 50 seconds to go. Antonio 7 seconds up on Bryant. Bryant 12 seconds ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3 seconds ahead of Martin. Martin 0.7 ahead of Mike. And Mike 0.2 ahead of Omar. Got 30 seconds left, drivers. That mid-pack battle going strong. 20 seconds remaining, drivers. Got Stadium Truck coming up next. Whoa. Hold on, Omar. Hold on a sec. Let the orange car by.
Goomba done. Mike Council done. Martin White done. Antonio Council done. Omar Man and Salsa done. All drivers are finished.
That'll be a
Ryan
race,
Burnley
guys.
done.
Antonio goes 20.08. Bryant goes 19 flat. Ryan a 19.16. Martin 18.02. Mike 18.03. And Omar 18.04. Okay, we're moving on to race number 5. Race number 5. Miranda Cortez Gross, Noel, Emilio Gonzalez, and Rabara. Stadium Truck plus Andrew.
David Newell.
Hey, that's not David Knoll.
Double C.
That's the other Knoll.
Eric Gonzalez. John Milio. Andrew Newell.
Careful on the straightaway, guys. Careful on the straightaway. Go inside on the straightaway. We need some turn marshals out here.
1 minute to the
I
start of
am
the
looking
race.
for Antonio, Bryant, Ryan, Martin, Mike, and Omar.
Too soon Junior. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looking for a few more marshals, looking for a few
30
more
seconds
racers.
to the start of the race. Rice Cakes. Jordan Rivera. David Newell. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got Mike, Bryant, Omar.
Less than 5.
All right, Ryan's over here. I'm guessing Martin's over there. Is Martin over there? All right, I'm going to need somebody to move to in front of the driver's stand. Probably one of the guys on the West Coast. Either Bryant, Mike, or Omar. One of you guys. I need you in front of the driver's stand. All right, this is Stadium Truck. Oh, all right. All right, folks, we're going racing. Bombs away. All right, BG 16-0 at the stripe. Yeah, Jeff going 17-0, Eric 17-9, David 18-5. Jordan 17-6. And a couple of rough opening laps here. 35 seconds in, 4:25 to go. Yeah, Brian Gross 15-9, that time by. 1.5 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.6 ahead of Eric. Eric 1 second ahead of David. David 1.8 ahead of John. Still early in this one, just about 1 minute in. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Right in the middle. Careful in the rhythm section. Be careful. $110 down. Careful in the rhythm section once again. Careful in the rhythm section. All right, it's clear. 120 down. 340 to go. BG followed by EG. Jordan David, John Jeff, Andrew Carlos. We got $130 down, 330 left. Your race leader, Brian Gross, about 5 seconds ahead of Jordan now. Jordan 1.6 ahead of Dave. Dave 1.9 ahead of Eric. Eric 0.2 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 1.2 ahead of John. John 0.5 ahead of Andrew. Andrew 10 ahead of Carlos. We got 3:10 remaining. Brian Gross 19:13. Jordan 18:15. Jeff 17:08. Eric 17:09. David 17:14. Andrew 17:16. John 17:17. Carlos on a 16. All right, we got 2:45 left in this one, drivers. Brian, Jeff, Eric, Jordan, followed by Andrew, David, Carlos, John. BG, 19 lap run in the works. Miranda go. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Back straight, back straight. Careful in the back straight, guys. Careful, go inside, go inside. End of the straight, guys, end of the straight. All right, 150 to go, drivers. All right, so BG, even with those incidents, I believe he's still on top of the leaderboard here. Just had to do a few corrections on the computer. All right, so Brian, 19:13, Jeff 18:17, Andrew 17:12, Jordan 16:03, Carlos 16:04, David 16:08, and John 15:02. Kind of wondering if BG has a bonus lap here. All right, we'll figure it out here. 50 seconds remaining. $40 seconds left. Well, so right now, either Gross is up by a lap or he's almost tied with Miranda, so push it. Race like you're racing for the victory here. Wow, BG getting up on two wheels, maintaining control. That's pretty awesome. 5 seconds left. Keep on going, guys. Keep going. Oh, help in the middle. Help. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Oh, up front. Careful up front, guys.
Rice cakes done. David Newell done. Too Soon Jr. done. Jordan Rivera done. Andrew Newell done.
One more truck. And that'll be a race,
All drivers
guys.
are finished.
So BG
John
taking that one,
done.
18-13, Jeff 18-18, Jordan 17-14, Andrew 17-15, Carlos 16-02, David 16-14, and John 16-26. All right, moving on to 40 plus, race number 6. Julian, Omar, Art, Tony, Kevin, and Steve. Got 2 heats of 40 plus today. 40 plus is either going to be,
Steve Loom,
it might be an 11 car main, guys.
AJ Cardinale,
It might be.
Julian Taylor, Kevin Allen,
Okay, can I get some turn marshals, please? Drivers from the previous group.
Omar Man and Salsa,
Careful on the back straight.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Looking for Tony Wilson? I'll put you in the next one instead.
30 seconds
Yeah,
to the
I had
start
you in
of
this
the
one, but I
race.
can put you in the next one. There's 2 heats. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So, yeah. We're going racing, guys. Not bad. How are you doing? All right, Omar, fastest opening lap so far, 16.2. Got Steve at 16.3, Kevin 16.4, Art 16.8, Julian 17.2. All right, 35 seconds in, 4:25 remain. Yeah. Yeah. So Eric thinks the first year on Sunday, so he's talking about maybe getting more action on Saturday. Yeah, okay. So we're not to redo the track on Sunday. Okay. Yeah, he's working on that. We got 1 minute down. Drivers got Julian Taylor out front. 19:10 is the pace. Got Kevin going 19:12, Steve at 19:13, Omar 19:16, and Art 18:02. Julian and Kevin, differential between these 2 drivers, just 0.2 of a second. Got Steve just 0.3 back. Omar 0.4 back of Steve. Still close here, drivers. $130 down, 3:30 to go. I'm gonna drive my slow car. My slow car with no grip. I actually had a grip on that. Yeah, my car was. We got 2 down, 3 to go, drivers. Julian on a 19:12. Got Omar 19:15. Kevin 18 flat, Art 18:04, and Steve 18:06. Julian right now 1.5 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.4 ahead of Art, and Art 0.09 ahead of Steve. Fast lap so far, we got Julian 15.7, Kevin 15.9, Omar 16.2, Steve at 16.2. Ooh, and Omar making his way to the top spot now. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Right now it's Omar 1.6 ahead of Julian. Julian 1.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 1.2 ahead of Art, and Art 0.038 ahead of Kevin. 2:45 down, 2:15 to go. This is 40 plus heat 1. Got another heat of 40 plus coming up next. Race number 6 on track. Omar this last time by 1.3 ahead of Taylor. And this time that gap is a lot closer. Omar just 0.13 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.3 ahead of Steve. Steve 1 second ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.7 ahead of Art. Got a $1:35 to go, drivers. This time by Julian Taylor 19.16. Omar 18 flat. Steve 18 flat. Kevin, you guessed it, 18 flat. And Art 18.04. Still could be anybody. Spread amongst the whole field here, 4.4 seconds. Got just over a minute to go, drivers. Julian 0.05 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.8 ahead of Kevin with a minute left. $50 seconds remain. Taylor 0.8 ahead of Manan Sala. Manan Sala 0.037 ahead of Leung. Leung 0.2 ahead of Allen. Allen 4 seconds up on Cardinale. 35 seconds remaining, drivers. Should be some good main events here in 40 plus tonight. These guys are close. 20 seconds to go. Julian 2.2 ahead of Omar. Julian 2.2 ahead of Kevin. Now Omar. That's how close Kevin and Omar are. It's going to come down to the final lap here, folks. Keep going.
AJ Cardinale done. Steve Leung done. Kevin Allen done. Omar Man and Salsa done.
All right,
drivers
as the
are finished.
dust settles, Julian Taylor takes
Taylor
TQ
done.
out of 19.12. Got Kevin Allen 19.14.5. Omar 19.15.1. Steve going 18.01 and Art 18.05. All right, folks, we are moving on to race number 7. Qualifier, man. What happens after everyone gets a few weeks on the track and gets a little more? About 3 weeks ago. Next week we'll be changing Wednesday night. We'll try to do a change once a month.
Martin White.
One way, and then we'll go the
Rice
opposite
Cakes.
direction on it.
Mike Council.
Then we'll blow it out.
Double C.
I try to do a track change at least once a month. Yeah. Sometimes it'll last 3 weeks. Sometimes it'll last 5 weeks. General or something on this track has been very positive. Yeah, they like it. So we're just going to go opposite direction and try that.
Eric Gonzalez.
Got 2 down here, Dan.
All right, I'm looking for turn marshals. Turn marshals are going to be Julian, Kevin, Omar, Steve, Art.
1 minute to the start of the race.
That's it.
All right, see you bright and early. You too.
All right, we got everybody checked in. Got Steve, Omar out here. I see
45
somebody in the
seconds
corner
to the
here.
start of the race.
I need a few more. I need a few more turn marshals, please.
.30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, do I have 2 on this
15
side over here?
seconds to the start of the race.
Cool. We are good to go. All right, folks, do one more lap if you wish at this time.
Less than 5.
We're going racing. Hey, we lost somebody. Ah, man, we lost Carlos. So Council starts things off 15-8. Gross also goes 15-8. White to 16-2. Gonzalez 18-3. All right, we got 35 seconds in, 4:25 remaining. Brian Gross on top of the leaderboard after 2 laps, followed by Mike, Martin, Eric. We got 50 seconds into this one. BG embarks on lap number 4. Lap number 3 of 15.7. Got Martin White 15.9. EG going 16. Got Mike going to 15.8 on a lap number 1. Got a minute 10 down, 3:50 left in this one. And it's close here as well. Brian Gross, 0.4 ahead of Martin White. Martin White, 0.031 ahead of Mike Council. And Mike Council, 5 seconds up on EG. Got a minute 25 in, 3:35 left in this one. So 40 plus, looking to be quite competitive tonight. 145 down, 3:15 to go. Two minutes down, drivers, 3 minutes left. Brian Gross, 1903. Mike Council, 1905. Martin White, 1905. EG, 1811. Careful on the right side. That might impact things here. BG with a slide bobble. That's going to move him down to 3 for the time being. Right now, Martin White, 1/10 ahead of Mike Council. Yeah, Council, 1.6 up on Gross. Gross, 7 seconds ahead of Gonzalez. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. That time by Martin White, 15.8. Doing great.
Yeah.
2:40 in, 2:20 left. All right, folks, 2:55 in, 2:05 to go. White, Council, Gross, Gonzalez, your full running order. Martin 1.5 ahead of Mike. Mike 0.2 ahead of Brian. Brian 10 up on Eric. Got a minute 40 remaining here. This time by White 1.1. Now 0.7 ahead of Gross. Gross 0.6 ahead of Council. It is close here. 40 plus round. Qualifier 2. It's close in qualifier 1 as well. And we're going to have some good racing tonight. I'm definitely looking forward to this main event here. Got a minute 20 remaining. Also look forward to being able to run these main events later in life. I'm only about four years and change away. All right, 1 minute to go, drivers. Straight away. Careful. Okay, 45 seconds left. So that's going to put BG back out front. 40 seconds remaining here. So let's see, this time by, margin at the line. BG going 15.6 that time by, putting in a lap when it counts. 19.05 now his pace, and he is 3 seconds ahead of Martin. Martin just 0.1 ahead of Mike. This time by, same story, 0.1 ahead of Mike. And trouble for Brian, that might be costly. Wow, this is going to be close. It's going to come down to the final lap, guys. That's how close it is.
Send it.
All right, I'll leave you all to it. Comes down to this, folks.
Martin White done. Mike Council done.
BG
Eric
with an
Gonzalez
excellent
done.
mid-corner correction on that.
Rice cakes done.
Okay, so We got 3 drivers finishing 1909. Martin White goes 1909.3, Brian Gross 1909.5, and Mike Council 1909.8. Good job, guys. Seriously, good job. Hell of a race. Dang. Woo! Wow. 3 cars within 1 second. 1, 2, and 3 on the grid. All right, moving on to 21.5, 2-wheel drive.
10 car Ted.
Got Sportsman and Expert running together tonight. Hey, so we got a series coming up next
Jordan
week.
Rivera.
That's
Ryan
right.
Burnley.
A point series starts next Friday.
John Millio.
So, if we get enough cars, we can split this category. You know, we just need a few more each direction, a few more sportsmen, a few more experts, and hey,
Henry Robinson.
we got 2 healthy classes. All right, this is 21.5, 2-wheel drive buggy.
Steve Loom.
Hey, you guys think we should do 21.5
1 minute
4-wheel
to the
buggy?
start of the race.
That sounds like a horrible idea. Yeah, just skip 17.5 stadium truck. Go straight to 21.5.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
I gotta be honest though,
Julian
those
Taylor.
13.5s are rocket ships. When done correctly, they're pretty fast.
30
All right,
seconds
I
to the
need some
start of
turn
the race.
marshals, guys. I'm gonna need a Martin, Brian, Mike, Eric, and a Carlos. All right, let's see. I got
15
Brian. I
seconds
got
to
an
the start of the
EG.
race.
I think we got Martin in the corner here. We got Carlos making his way out. Do I got Mike out here too?
Less
Mr.
than
Council, there he is. What, you don't try to get hit by cars? Oh, he can't see his car. It's in a blind spot. Let him free. Do you want to be in this? You can be. Yeah, no, come on in. Welcome in. You're the next contestant on the 21.5 buggy is right. Or 21.5 buggy of fortune. Hey, you came up as Ben Halverson. Where's that guy? Ben showed up tonight. We could add 2 classes.
El Tigre.
All right, folks. Well, it's time to get this party started. All right. We got everybody on the clock. All right, this is 21.5 buggy. Julian Taylor starts us off with a 16.1 best opening lap. Oh, help in the middle, rhythm section, rhythm section. We got 50 seconds in. Oh, help at the tabletop. Need a little help at the tabletop. BG working overtime here. So it's going to be Vernali on top of the leaderboard, followed by Leon Wilson, Rabara, Taylor, Emilio, Lynn, and Robinson. Got a minute 15 in, 3:45 left. All right, guys, there is definitely going to be a resort going into round number 2. This might be one of the potentially affected categories. Got a minute 30 down, 3:30 to go. Oh, man, trouble for Henry. We got 140 down, 3:20 left. Ryan currently 0.6 ahead of Tony. Tony 2.7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.1 ahead of Steve. Steve just 0.7 ahead of Julian. Meanwhile, John leading the Sportsman group. Careful back straight, back straight, back straight. Careful on the back straight. Careful on the back straight, guys. It's starting to clear up. Ryan Vernali leading this one, 3.2 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 5.4 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.013 ahead of Tony. Tony 10 up on Steve. Meanwhile, in Sportsman, we got John beating up on those guys, 15 seconds up. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. In the chicane, careful in the chicane, guys. Careful in the chicane, everybody. That's clearing up. 2:45 down, 2:15 to go. Ryan Vernali, 18:12. Tony Wilson, 17:08. Jordan, 17:11. Julian, 17:16. Steve, 16:16. John, 16:03. Theo, 15:08. 3 down, 2 to go. All right, a minute 45 left. Ryan, 18:10. He's 9 seconds ahead of Tony. Tony, 0.5 ahead of Jordan. Jordan, 0.5 ahead of Julian. Yeah, Julian, 15 up on Steve. And we got John, 16 seconds up on the Sportsman pack. 1:30 remaining, drivers. Careful at the wall ride. Careful at the second wall ride. That is clearing up. So Ryan goes 16:4. That time by Tony going 16:2. Got just over a minute remaining here. Careful at the speed bump, guys. That is Vernali up on his lid. 55 seconds to go. This time by at the stripe. Okay, looks like that cost Vernali about 7 seconds. Got 45 seconds left. And it's going to be close now. Tony, Ryan, and Jordan all tied at 17:01. Got Julian 17:03, Steve 16:06. Meanwhile, we got John Melio leading Sportsman, 17-lap run of his own. Got 20 seconds left in this one, drivers. $15 seconds left. All right, time's about to expire, but keep on going, drivers.
Ryan Vernali done.
Ooh, looks like Rabara and Wilson sneak by for the bonus lap. Vernali gets caught at the line.
Julian Taylor done.
Taylor gets caught at the line.
Jordan Rivera done. 10 Quartet done. Steve Lung done. All drivers are
Woo,
finished.
at the end of that one, Jordan
LT
Rabara
done.
claims it on the final
John
lap.
Milio
0.6 ahead of Wilson. Got Wilson 0.3 ahead of Taylor. Taylor 0.6 ahead of Vernali. So Jordan goes 18:17, Tony 18:18, Julian 17 flat, Ryan 17:01, Steve 17:22, John 17:19, and Theo 15:18. All right, folks, time is now 8:05. We'll get round 2 started at about 8:15. I'm going to do some resorting here. We lost some good racers in round number 1.
Carter Garcia.
All right, folks. So 17.5 buggy has been restructured. Listen up, guys. Race number 1 will be Brian, Carter, John, Theo, Henry, and Mark. Race number 2 will be Omar, Art, Steve, Andrew, David, Tony, and Brian. Race number 3 will be Antonio Bryant, Jeff, Ryan, Jordan, Martin, Mike, and Kevin. I really don't have quite enough to split 21.5 buggy. I'm sorry, guys. We'll try again next week. We're almost there. Just need a few more buggies. Let's get everyone to bring 21.5 buggies out. It's the new hot thing. All right, folks, we'll get started with this round at 8:15. 8:15 drivers. Race number 1 will be Brian Merck, Carter Garcia, John Melio, Theo Lynn, Henry Robinson, and Mark Ryan. All right, folks, it's about that time. Race number 1. That is going to be Brian Carter John, Theo Henry Mark. All right, turn marshals will be the rest of my 21-5 group. All right, if I can get the rest of my 21-5 group out here to marshal this one. This is race number 1.
John Milio. Brian Merck. One minute to the start of the race. 10 car Ted.
All right, drivers starting to check in. I'm going to need some turn marshals, please. Got Steve out here. Get my 21-5 expert guys out here. That'll be Jordan, Tony, Julian, Ryan, and Steve.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Henry Robinson. Carter Garcia.
All right, need a few more marshals.
Less
Got
than
everybody
5.
checked in. Almost everybody checked in, that is. All right, I'm looking for Jordan, Tony, Julian, Ryan, Steve. I got Jordan and Steve. Need a few more turn marshals, guys. I got Steve and Jordan out here. I need a few more. Julian's here, all right. Can somebody just marshal for Tony, please? Somebody. And then, do I have Ryan out here? Ryan Vernali? Do I have Vernali out there? All right, folks. We're about ready to get this show on the road. Drivers, best of luck. We're going live loop in just a few moments. All right, we got Merck starting off 17-8, John going 17-9. All right, 35 seconds in, 4:25 remaining. Right now it's Brian Merck out front, followed by John, Theo Henry. Let's see, am I getting checks from Mark? Might have to hand count one of these cars here. Ah, there we go. All right, 1 minute in, 4 minutes to go. Brian, John, Henry, followed by Theo and Mark. Minute 15 down, 3:45 to go. We got Brian Mark currently working on a 17:01 for pace. John Milio, 16:01. Theo on a 15. Henry on a 14. And we got Carter rejoining. 1:30 down, 3:30 left. Careful at the second wall ride, guys. That's clearing up. Buck 45 in, 3:15 to go. Merck 17.5 flat, almost on an 18 lap run. Let's see the estimated position right now. Merck on pace to gain some spots. Possibly move him into the next group. 2 minutes in, 3 minutes remain. And there it is, Brian Merck 17.2 that time by, gets him to an 18 lap run. Got John on a 16.03, Theo 16.11, Henry 14.12, Mark a 10.07. Carter on pace to get 7 laps. Did have a bit of a late start here. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. All right, Merck 17.5 flat is the pace. Theo now 16.15, John 16.16, Henry 14.06, Mark an 11. We got just over 2 minutes to go, drivers. This is race number 1 on track. Race number 2, be ready to go. Remember, there was a resort. We're just down to 3 heats of 17.5 buggy. .315 down, 1:45 to go. Brian Merck 20 seconds up on John. Well, actually, Brian Merck 20 seconds up on the battle between Theo and John. Yeah, those guys lap up on Henry. Henry a lap up on Mark. And Mark a few laps up on Carter. 120 remaining in this one, drivers. Oh, Carter going 17.4 last time by. Careful in the rhythm. Careful at the speed bump. Careful at the speed bump. Okay, folks, got a minute left in this one. John Melio last time by 17.1. He's having fun. Oh, Merck running away with this one. 17 flat is his pace. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Careful in the rhythm section. All right, that's starting to clear up. 45 seconds remain, drivers. .30 seconds left, drivers. Brian, John, Theo, Henry, Mark, and Carter, your full running order. .20 seconds left. Merck on the verge of an 18-lap run. It's going to be close here. So yellow and white is your leader. He'll be coming up on Theo, Henry, and the rest of the pack here. Let that yellow and green through.
Brian Merck done.
Ah, Merck gets caught the line. Well, he's going to gain 3 spots.
Mark Ryan done. John Milio done. Henry Robinson done.
Just a few more cars.
Carter Garcia done.
Hey, Carter capping that one off with a 17-1.
All drivers are finished.
You heard the man.
10 car Ted done.
All right, Brian Merck, 17.01, John 16.05, Theo 16.17, Henry 13.02, Mark 12.02, and Carter 12.15. Okay, folks, I'm going to need you guys to marshal. Up next is heat number 2. That is going to be Omar, Art, Steve, Andrew, David, Tony, and Brian.
AJ Cardinale. Rice Cakes. Andrew Newell. David Newell. Omar Man and Salsa. One minute to the start of the race.
right, got some of my marshals making their way out. Got most of my cars checked in. Tony, you joining us for 17.5?
45 seconds to the start of the race. Steve Loom.
So I'm gonna have to ask David Knoll after this race what he thinks about the handling characteristics of that car with that vintage body.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Kind of looks like the body's on backwards. By modern standards, it looks like the body's on backwards.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
You almost knocked his hip out of place, Tony.
Less than 5.
Should have bombed dinner first. Yes. Yeah, I could use a marshal in front of the driver's stand. Oh, cool. Henry's got you.
El Tigre.
All right, folks. We are going racing. All right, we got Steve going 16.5, Andrew going 16.5, Art going 16.9, Tony 16.8, Omar 17.0. A couple of our cars still getting warmed up here. Long race ahead, 4:25 to go. Careful at the end of the rhythm, guys. Oh man, 28-second lap. Ouch. I am sorry, Omar. You got 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. We got Andrew Knoll on top of the leaderboard, 19.14. We got Tony Wilson in the 2, 18.03. Steve going 18.09, Brian 18.10. Art 17.13, David 17.16. David progressing though, 17.08 now. BG throwing down a fast time, 15.7. He's working his way back up the leaderboard. His pace now 18.05, currently occupying the 3 spot. 135 down, 3:25 to go. Oh, a little slow roll for Wilson. Buck 45 down, 3:15 left. Right now it's Andrew, 2 seconds up on Tony. Tony 0.006 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.6 ahead of Steve. Steve 3.9 ahead of Art. Art 0.6 ahead of David. And David 8.9 up on Omar. 2:05 in, 2:55 to go. Andrew Knoll, 16.3, follows it up at 16.2. Race leader driving orange and white. He is on the move. BG on the move as well, the car in front of him. We got 2:30 down, 2:30 left. Right now it's Andrew, Brian, Steve, followed by David, Tony, Art, and Omar. So looking at paces, we got Andrew Knoll currently on pace to qualify third. BG on pace to potentially move into the top 7 right now. Got 2:05 remaining, drivers. Still time to go. BG's pace only a few tenths off the 6th place car right now. And he is climbing. We got 1:50 to go here. Andrew Knoll, 19.11. I'd put him 3 on the grid. Brian Gross, 19.16. That would put him 6 overall. Steve Leung, 18.09. That would hold station. Got Tony Wilson, 18.15. That would move him up 1 spot. David Knoll now 17 flat. Art 17.04. Omar 17.15. Got 1:30 to go. And BG now improving the pace to a 19.14. That is about 1 second off the pace of the 4th place car. Minute 15 to go, drivers. 75 seconds remain. The 2 cars to watch right now, Andrew and Brian. BG that time by 15.6. He is in the mix. And by golly, got Andrew and Brian on identical paces now. Just under a minute left. Andrew and Brian 19:12, Steve 18:06, Tony 18:15, David 18:16, Art 18:17, and Omar 17:10. 40 seconds remain, drivers. This time by Andrew and Brian, separated by 1/10 of a second. 30 seconds left. Oh, straightaway. Careful on the straightaway. 20 seconds to go. Careful at the speed bump, drivers. Be careful at the speed bump. Careful at the end of the rhythm, guys. Got one down. Keep going, drivers. Keep going.
David Newell done. AJ Cardinale done. Omar Man and Salsa done. Rice Cakes done. Andrew Newell done. LT Gray done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a finish.
Steve
Brian
Lowe
Gross taking that one by half a second in the end of things. So BG moving up to the 3 spot overall. Andrew Knoll going to move up to the 4 spot. Tony Wilson taking 3rd in this qualifier. Going to move up 2 spots overall. So Brian 19:10, Andrew 19:11, Tony 18:12, Steve 18:21, Art 17:01, David 17:03, Omar 16. Okay, so we got Gross and Knoll both
Antonio
in the
Council.
top 5
Martin White.
as of right now.
Kevin Allen.
All right, so with there being 21, maybe 22 racers coming to the main events, probably split them into groups
Ryan Vernley.
of 7
Too
most
soon,
likely,
Junior.
with a bump up. Hey, you're back.
Mike Council.
You and Paxton? Okay. Well, qualifying for 17.5 buggy is pretty much over, so you guys can start at the bottom and work your way up.
Jordan Rivera. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, well, we might be back up to 22, 23 racers at this point, so I'll let you guys know how it looks when we
45
get there.
seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, if everyone's going to make the main events, maybe we'll split into 8. We'll see.
30
All right,
seconds
so
to the
these
start
guys are
of the
ready to go.
race.
We got marshals on track. Do I have enough coverage on this side?
Yeah, 2 down here.
Okay, we're good to go. All right, this is our final qualifier, 17.5 buggy. Our A sort, so to speak. All right, Council starts us off at 15.2, Mir Fonse 15.8, White 16.3, Miranda 16.4, Allen 16.4, Rabar 16.6, Ryan 17.1, Mike 17.4. These guys now starting to embark on lap number 3. Council lap 2, a 15 flat. Mir Fonse 15.1. All right, folks, it's going to be Antonio Council on top of the leaderboard. Right now he's working on a 25-11 for pace. Yeah, Martin White moving into the 2 spot, 1907. Bryant going 1909. Jordan 1911. Kevin 1914. Mike 1916. Ryan 1804. Jeff 1815. Got buck 25 down. 3:35 to go. Council at this junction of the race. Currently 3 seconds up on Bryant. Bryant 0.4 ahead, 1.4 now ahead of Martin. Martin 1.2 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.6 ahead of Mike. Mike 0.3 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3.3 up on Jeff. And Bryant last time by 15-1. One down, 3 to go, drivers. Antonio 2009 is the pace. Martin 1906, Bryant 1907. We got Mike 1911, Jordan 1912, Kevin 1913. Got Ryan 1802, Jeff 1702. So this is our ace sort here. All these are our best 8 drivers from the opening round. Man, it looks like Miranda encountering mechanical difficulties. He did have a good run in round 1, however. We will know more at the completion of this one. 2:45 in, 2:15 to go. Antonio 7 seconds ahead of Martin. Martin 1.5 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.3 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.4 ahead of Mike. Mike 1.8 ahead of Ryan. 2 minutes left, drivers. It looks like Mirafuente may be pulling it off. Yeah, Mirafuente pretending like he's driving somebody else's car now. All right, $140 remaining. Actually, it does remind me of a story from old NorCal. One of my buddies did crash his car like pretty spectacularly off the track. And at that point, he just like started looking at another car and pretended like he was still driving. 120 to go, drivers. Got Antonio 2007, Martin 1906, Jordan 1909, Kevin 1912, Mike 1914, Ryan 18 flat. All right, so Council now 11 seconds up on White. White 3.7 up on Jordan. Jordan 1.1 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.3 ahead of Mike. Mike 1.8 ahead of Ryan. Got 45 seconds left. Right now, Martin White on pace to qualify 3rd. Jordan on pace to move up to 6th. Kevin on pace to go up to 8. 30 seconds left, drivers. Oh, careful in the rhythm section. End of the rhythm, guys. That's clear. Well, that is going to cost Jordan a couple spots here. 15 seconds to go. All right, pretty close mid-pack here. He said duck.
Mike Council done. Antonio Council done. Jordan Rivera done. Ryan Bernally done.
Okay, one more
Martin
car here.
White done. All drivers are finished.
Woo, and that'll be a
Kevin
race, guys.
Allen done.
Antonio Council goes 20:07. He improves on his round 1 time by 1/10 of a second. Yeah, Martin White moving up to the 3 spot, 1908. Kevin Allen moves up to the 6 spot, 1912. My Council goes 18 flat. Vernali 1801. Jordan 1801 as well. All right, Stadium Truck, you guys are up.
Too Soon Jr., Rice Cakes,
All right, I may need some turn
Eric
marshals.
Gonzalez,
All my drivers from that last one who are not in this one. All right, I need a little help at the tabletop. Also, I need a
1
few
minute
more
to
turn
the start
marshals.
of the race.
All right, if I can get Antonio, Martin, Kevin, Mike, Ryan.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Andrew Newell,
All right, got Ryan,
Double
got
C,
Bryant's got Martin. Looking for a few more.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera,
Also looking for a check from John Melio.
.15 seconds to the start of the race. David Newell, less than 5.
All right, can I get one more turn marshal in the middle, possibly, if we have anybody?
John Melio,
That might be all we have, so if that's the case, we're rolling with it. All right, folks, we are going racing. Oh. Rhythm section, careful, guys. Okay, we got Gonzalez 17-1, Miranda 17-5, Gross 18-2, Noel 19-4, Andrew going 18-6. All right, we got 40 seconds in. All right, EG 1808, Carlos 1808, Jeff 1809, Andrew 1710, David 16 flat, John 1613, Brian 1613, Jordan 1503. Still early here, 1 minute down, 4 minutes left. Got 110 down, 350 to go. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Careful at the tabletop. Ah, there's trucks all over the track. Is there like oil? It looks like there's oil on the racetrack or something. Like everyone looks loose. Why is everyone loose? Somebody leak shock oil on the track again? 145 in, 3:15 to go. Back straight, back straight. Careful on the back straight. And that's clearing up. Right now, Jeff Miranda leading this one, 18-14. Eric Gonzalez, 18-14 as well. Carlos, 17-03. Jordan, 16-09. Andrew, 16-16. David, 16-16. I'm not sure what's up with BG's truck. They might need some new tires. Or maybe he's on brand new tires. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Well, let's get in his post-race interview. .240 down, 220 to go. Jeff Miranda, 18-10. Eric Gonzalez, 18-15. Carlos, 17-08. Jordan, 16 flat. David, 16-10. Brian, 15-01. Andrew, 15-11. John, 14-06. Ah, man, Carlos, mechanical difficulties. 2 minutes left, drivers. Jeff Miranda on top of the leaderboard. So GM out there, 16-3 last time by, driving the blue and white. Second place, Eric Gonzalez, currently about 5 seconds back, driving the purple and gold. Jordan Barr in the 3 spot right now, pink and gray. All right, good teamwork there, guys. Got a minute 20 remaining. Yeah, I got to shout out to the sportsman guys who do run with the experts. We definitely appreciate the teamwork. We got just over a minute to go here, drivers. All right, Jeff Miranda, 1806. Eric Gonzalez, 1815. Jordan, 1708. Brian, 1610. David, 1617. Andrew, 1510. John, 1517. 40 seconds remaining, drivers. 40 seconds left. Oh, BG trying to play leapfrog there. All right, 20 seconds left. Oh, careful at the wall ride, guys. Wow, Jeff Miranda last time by going his fastest time, 16.2. And he comes around the bend here. Jeff Miranda taking down TQ of Stadium Truck tonight.
Rice Cakes done.
The crowd goes wild. Got a few more trucks,
Eric Gonzalez done. John Milio done. David Newell done.
That'll be a race, guys.
All drivers are finished.
All right, Jeff Miranda
Andrew
goes
Newell
TQ. Eric Gonzalez advances to the 3 spot. So, qualifying, going into the main events for Stadium Truck. Jeff, Brian, Eric, Jordan, Andrew, Carlos, David, and John. All right, we're moving on to race number 5. Race number 5, our first heat of 40 plus. That'll be Julian, Kevin, Omar, Steve, and Art. So it will be a single 10-car main tonight in 40 plus. 11 if Tony decides to join. All right, I am looking for turn marshals, please. If I can get all my
Kevin
drivers
Allen.
from that last race, please.
Steve Loom. AJ Cardinale.
All right, just a
Julian
friendly
Taylor.
reminder, guys, we'll be shutting down right after racing tonight. So please make sure you're ready to go. Sorry about that, guys, but we'll make up for it in the future. We'll all hang out together sometime in the future. Just like our very early start tomorrow.
1
I'm sure
minute
we'll
to the
have an
start
early
of the
start
race.
tomorrow as well, so it is what it is.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay. Let's see. Do I got anybody to help out on the right
30
side?
seconds to the
Maybe
start of
actually
the
either
race.
David or Brian, one of you guys. If I can get you over here instead. Is there's 2 over here? Okay. Sorry. Okay, yeah, you're good.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
It's all right, Omar. I signed you up.
Less than 5.
All right. So we're going to get this party started in less than 5. Okay, we are off. This is 40 plus E1. About to have some fun. All right, Taylor 16-4, Manansala 16-5, Allen 16-5, Leung 16-3, Cardinale 16-8. 30 seconds down. Got another heat of 40 plus up next. It's gonna be an interesting main event. It's definitely gonna be one to watch. Very close here in round number one. Had three, actually, yeah, there's three cars at the top of the leaderboard within 1 second. Then there were a few mid-pack within a second as well. So, should be pretty interesting in the main event. We got 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Steve Leung right now on pace to join those top four that are within a second of each other. Julian Taylor on pace to join them as well. So Julian 1909, that equals TQ. Steve Leung currently 1910. Omar now in 1910. Wow. It's going to be very close tonight in qualifying for 40 plus. But it remains to be seen. We got another heat of this category. Those guys might step it up another notch or two. So Julian Taylor presently on a 1907 for pace. 15.8 last time by. Steve Leung on a 1912, Omar 1915, Kevin 18 flat, Art 1805. 155 down, drivers 305 to go. All right, 205 down, 255 remaining. Julian Taylor 1906, Kevin Allen 1915. Omar, 1916. Steve, also 1916. Art on an 1805. Got 220 down, 240 to go. Careful at the tabletop, guys. That's clear. 230 in, 230 to go. So, Julian, 1906, he's 4 seconds up on Omar. Omar, 0.004 ahead of Kevin. Kevin, 3.7 ahead of Art. Art, 0.6 ahead of Steve. Omar, that's on by, going 16-1. That's his fast lap. Three minutes in, 2 minutes to go. Julian Taylor, your race leader. He's driving the gray, blue, green. Gray, blue, green. Say that 10 times fast. .320 in, 140 to go. Ah, Kevin Allen and Omar Manansala both going 15.9 last time by. Well, so did Julian Taylor. 335 in, 125 remaining. All right, Julian getting two wheels up on that dot. Super fast guy line. 1:15 to go, drivers. 15.9 once again for Taylor. Minute 5 remains. Taylor, Allen, Manansala, Leung, Cardinale, Wilson, your full order. Taylor, 1906 is the pace. Allen, 1911. Kevin going 15.8 that time by. Oh, need a little help in the rhythm. Okay. .35 seconds left. That does drop Julian back to a 1909. We'll see how the next 30 seconds go here. We're getting close to the end here. .15 seconds, drivers. Keep on going, drivers. Keep on going.
Steve Leung done. Julian Taylor done. Kevin Allen done. AJ Cardinale done. All drivers are finished.
All right, drivers.
Omar
Your
Man and
winner
Salsa done.
and new top qualifier, Julian Taylor at a 1908. Got Kevin Allen going 1911, Omar going 1915, Steve going 1803, and Art 1808. All right, moving on to race number 6. That'll be Martin, Brian, Mike, Eric, and Carlos.
Martin White. Double C. Rice Cakes. Mike Council.
All
Eric
right,
Gonzalez.
folks. Looking for some turn marshals, please.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I got Julian, I got Art, I got Steve. If I can get the rest of my group, please. Need a little help on the West Coast.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, so Julian Taylor setting the bar here, 1908.7.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, need one more on the left side, please. Can I get one more on the left over to help Omar? Omar, did you shower today? Why is nobody standing over there with you?
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks. We're going to get this party started.
Less than 5.
That was less than 5, all right. That might have been less than 0.5. All right, BG 15.8, White goes 15.9, Gonzalez is 16.6, Council 16.7, and Cortez getting warmed up here. All right, 35 in, 4:25 to go. Oh. 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Out front, it is going to be Martin White, followed by Brian Gross, then Eric Gonzalez, Mike Council, and Carlos Cortez. 1 minute down, 4 minutes remain. So Martin White, 1904, Brian Gross, 1906, Mike Council, 1915, Eric Gonzalez, 1718. Got Carlos getting warmed up here, getting that run going the right direction. I think he's breaking in some new tires. Either that or he's using up some old tires. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell if somebody's on like brand new tires and they're breaking them in, or if they're on old tires. So, you know, the car just has a lot of steering either way. All right, 145 in, 3:15 to go. Two down, 3 remains. Brian, Martin, Mike, Eric, and Carlos, your full running order. So BG 1903, Martin White 1905, Mike Council 1805, Eric Gonzalez 1812. We got 2:45 left in this one, drivers. All right, 2:35 down, 2:25 to go. Martin, Brian, Eric, Mike, and Carlos, your full order. Last time by, Carlos goes 17-2. All right, now Martin, 1906 for pace, just half a second ahead of Brian Gross, who was on 1907. So right now, Martin and Brian looking to go 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. 155 remains. Martin and Brian now margin is 0.3. $1.45 remains in this one. A minute 30 to go here, drivers. Brian Gross half a second up on Martin White. Martin 15 ahead of Mike. Mike 0.2 ahead of Eric. Trouble for Martin. $1.05 left in this one, drivers. Brian 1905, Martin 1911, Mike 1809, Eric 1810, Carlos on a 15. Right now, Brian 4.7 up on Martin, Martin 11 up on Mike, Mike 1.2 ahead of Eric. We got 35 seconds left in this one. After this, 21.5. $25 seconds to go. BG looking at possibly going TQ here. $15 seconds to go. Time has expired. Keep going, drivers. Keep going. Keep going.
Rice Cakes done. Martin White done. Eric Gonzalez done. Mike Council done.
Uno mas.
All drivers are finished. Double C done.
All right, Brian Gross going 1905, going to take over top qualifier. Got Martin White going 1910, Eric Gonzalez 1808, Mike Council 1812, and Carlos Cortez 16. All right, moving on to race number 7. This is 21.5 buggy. All right, I'm actively trying to encourage people to run 21.5 buggy. It's a lot of fun. And I gotta be honest, most layouts I'm within a half a second of my 17.5 fast lap. This layout I'm only 0.2. But yeah, some layouts it's up to 0.5.
John Millio. Henry Robinson. Ryan Bernally.
Yeah, 21.5.
Jordan
It's like
Rivera.
buggy on easy mode. It's just fun. It's relaxing. It's chill. Yeah, the battles are still good. In fact, the battles are better. So yeah, I definitely encourage you to give 21.5 buggy a try. And hey, you guys know where you can get a 21.5 motor?
1 minute to the start of the race.
In the hobby shop. We
LT
got
Grant.
21.5 V5Ss
Taylor.
hot and ready to go. And if you need help with that 21.5 5S, well, I got a couple of good local resources here.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Steve Loom.
Also, we got the new Mini Radon from Team Powers, the new version Mini Radon earlier this year. That is a great choice
30
for
seconds to
really
the
any
start of the
two-wheel drive
race.
buggy. They work great in 17.5. They work great in 21.5. I bet they work great in modified too. Me and Carlos might have to test that. We're going to do
15
wheelies,
seconds to the
Carlos.
start of the race.
All right.
Less
shining
than
it
5.
up real nice. Okay, we got our marshals here. We're going racing. I did not realize he was down in the rhythm. Oh, he's back on his feet. Oh, a little bit of hopscotch there. Okay, Ryan Vernali starts things off 17-0. Jordan goes 17-4, Steve 17-9, John an 18-4. Tony is 17-3, Julian 17-3. Jordan's car might be broken. All right, 50 seconds in, 4:10 remaining. All right, we're 105 down, 3:55 to go. Ryan, Tony, Steve, Julian, Jordan, John, Theo, your full running order. Not quite, actually. Ryan, Tony, Steve, Julian, Jordan, John, Theo, Henry, your full running order. We got a minute 25 in, 3:35 to go. So, Ryan Vernali, 18:02. Tony Wilson, 18:06. Steve going 17:05. Julian, 17:07. And we got John going at 17:13. Theo going 15:16. And Henry going 14:07. Minute 50 down, 3:10 to go, drivers. All right, Ryan 18:03, Tony 18:04. Those guys separated by just 0.3 of a second. Yeah, Julian Julian about 4 seconds back of Ryan. We got Julian 0.6 ahead of Steve. And Sportsman, we got John 14 seconds ahead of Henry. Henry 3 seconds ahead of Theo. Careful in the rhythm, guys. That's starting to clear up here. 2:35 down, 2:25 to go. Ryan 18:02 in the works. Tony 18:10. Julian 18:12. Steve 17:13. John 16:13. Henry 14:01. Theo 14:02. Got 2 minutes left, drivers. 2 minutes to go. $1:35 remains, drivers. Ryan is 4.5 up on Tony. Tony 0.09 ahead of Julian. Julian 16 ahead of Steve. Meanwhile, we got John 10 seconds ahead of Theo. Theo 4 up on Henry. A little help, rhythm section. $1:10 to go, drivers. Ryan Vernali out front. 18:02 is his pace. Julian Taylor, 18:16. Tony, 17:03. That's Steve, 16:07. John, 15:11. Theo, 15:17. Henry, almost on a 14. 45 seconds left in this one, drivers. $30 seconds left. Ryan 10 ahead of Julian. Julian 3 ahead of Tony. Tony 18 ahead of Steve. Meanwhile, in Sportsman, we got John 14 up on Theo. Theo 1 lap ahead of Henry. 10 seconds left in this one, drivers.
Ryan Bernally done. Steve Lung done. Ten Quartet done. John Millio done. Henry Robinson done. Julian Taylor done.
All right, folks. So Ryan Vernali goes 1803, Julian 1811. And those are your only improvements in that run. All right, we'll get everything sorted out, and we'll get things figured out for the main events. Stay tuned. Hey, Carlos, you got an extra buggy, right? Not anymore? For 21.5. Yeah, let's put 21.5 together for you. Hey, Brian, what do you think about putting a 21.5 in Pac-Man's car so he can run 2 classes on race night? Yeah, I mean, I can tune it for you. No, not like right now, unless you want to. But like in the future, yeah, he can run 2 classes on. And if you get V5, yeah, get V5S, I'll tune it for you, and yeah, it'll be fast. Sounds good. I'm recruiting for 21.5. Hey, 21.5 expert drivers. I can separate the class, but I'm going to have to ask you guys one favor. I would have to ask you guys to marshal twice. But I can separate the class.
Brian Cassidy.
Yeah. All right, folks. So, gotta give these guys a few minutes, kind of back to back. So we'll get racing started. Jeez. Let's try to get you guys up ASAP. Race number 1 is going to be Carter, John, Theo, Henry, Mark, Brian, Paxton, and Curtis. So you guys will be race 1. Race 2 is Jordan, Mike, Omar, Art, Tony, Steve, Brian, and David. And race 3, our aiming at 17.5 will be Antonio, Brian, Martin, Brian, Andrew, Kevin, Jeff, and Ryan. All right, and then after 17.5 buggies complete, we'll go Stadium Truck 40 Plus, 21.5, Expert and Sportsman. All right, folks, so we'll take 2 bump ups from the C and 2 bump ups from the A. So, Carter, John, Theo, Henry, Mark, Brian, Paxton, and Curtis. You guys are race number 1. Get you guys up in just a minute here. All right, folks. So we'll get our C-main event on track momentarily. One more minute. Okay. Few minutes.
What burger do you have? Okay. I think 4100 will be there. I think. Yeah, let me check that real quick. No, I just do calculator. Internal ratio on all cards is 1.9. So, yeah, 140. I don't know. Not really. Yeah, 140.
All right, folks. So we're waiting on a couple of our guys to be ready here. In the meantime, yeah, if you guys need any parts, we got a huge shipment in today. Will's been working his ass off to get all of that processed. So if you guys need some stuff for your latest project, come see us. If we don't have it, we can get it for you. We'll save you the cost of shipping, and we'll give you points. Glorious points. All right, folks. A few more minutes, and we will get the C-main in motion. That's good enough. All right, so marshals for this one will be my expert 21-5 group: Ryan, Julian, Jordan, Tony, and Steve. Probably 7. So this one's going to be Carter, John, Theo, Henry, Mark, Brian, Paxton. All right, folks, race number 1. You guys ready?
Car Ted. Mark Ryan.
All right, 21-5 expert. If I can get you guys out here to turn marshal, please. All right, I got Steve out here, got Jordan out here. Also looking for a couple of our cars to check in. Cool, got Jordan. I got Jordan, I got Julian, I got Steve. Looks like Brian's helping out maybe.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Ryan Vernali, if I can get your help too, please.
Henry Robinson. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's see here, Ryan Vernali, I need your help too.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Steve, I think that car might be stuck on the chain right there.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
I think Paxton's car
Less
might
than
not be
5.
running. Yeah, a little help in the rhythm. A little help in the rhythm.
Carter Garcia.
All right, we'll give Pac-Man a moment here. In the meantime, grid, we're going to put Carter on the 1, John on the 2, Theo 3, Henry on the 4, Mark on the 5. I get Brian and Pac-Man 6 and 7 when they're ready to go.
Whoa.
Wait, why is it disconnected? That's going to go well. I would have pulled the sensor wire from it. All right, folks, grid is set. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. A little trouble for Carter, but he gets marshaled by one of his fellow competitors here. Hold on, Paxton, hold on. Okay. That's going to be Carter Garcia out front. Looks like John Melio makes his way to the 2 spot. Ooh, battle there, Pac-Man versus Theo. Maybe that's Brian versus Theo, actually. Pac-Man right behind him, though. 40 seconds in, 5:20 to go. A little 50-50 grind there for Lynn. And trouble in the roll. Jordan there very quickly. We got 55 seconds in. Carter out front. Melio in the 2 spot, about 7 seconds back. Got Lynn 4.3 behind John. Pac-Man had just half a second behind Theo at the line. Looks like he just made the move. Careful at the speed bump, guys. Careful at the speed bump. A battle between Theo and Paxton now. Getting close to John's back wing. All right, we got 125 in, 4:35 to go. Right now, it's going to be Carter, followed by John, Theo, Brian, Paxton, Mark, and Henry. All right, $1:45 down, 4:15 remaining. Careful in turn 1, guys. Careful in turn 1. That is clear. 2 down, 4 to go. Carter Garcia now 13 up on the battle for the 2 spot. Battle of the watch right now is going to be John versus Brian versus Theo. They're making their way through that front chicane. Two, 3, and 4 through the rhythm section. Trouble for Brian, however. Hamburgers indeed. 225 down, 335 remain. Carter has left the building here. 14 seconds up on the second place car. Got 240 down. Careful in the rhythm, guys. Careful at the end of the rhythm section. 2:45 in, 3:15 remains. Oh, Carter now 19 seconds up on the field. Brian 3.5 seconds ahead of Theo. Theo 0.5 ahead of John. John 1.9 ahead of Pac-Man. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go, drivers. Carter, Brian, Theo, John, Pac-Man, and Mark, and Henry. So we got Brian this time by 3.5 ahead of Theo. Theo 1.2 ahead of John. That's our closest battle on track. Careful at the end of the rhythm section, guys. Exiting the rhythm. That's clearing up. 3:45 in, 2:15 to go. Careful on the straightaway, guys. Careful on the straightaway. And that is clear. All right, drivers, 4 minutes in, 2 minutes to go. Carter 17 up on Brian. Brian is 5 seconds ahead of Theo. Theo 5.6 ahead of John. Pac-Man losing the body shell, going topless. Trouble for John. Throwing in the towel. Minute 35 to go. Carter doing pretty well here. 17 seconds ahead of the field. Got Cassidy currently 8.5 ahead of Lynn for that final spot in the B main event. 1:10 to go, drivers. Closest battle was John versus Theo, but John facing some possible technical difficulties. 1 minute to go, drivers. Carter, Brian, Theo, Paxton, and Mark, your remaining contestants in this race. The top two will make it to the B main, Carter and Brian. The rest of the guys get to turn marshal. 40 seconds remain. "30 seconds left. No close battles going on. Everybody's just making it to the end here. 20 seconds to go. Got ourselves a buggy train down the back straight. Careful on the back straight. 1 point we had a buggy train. 5 seconds left. Race number 2, our B main, is up next. So Carter and Brian, be ready to go. You're up next.
Carter Garcia done. Brian Cassidy done. 10 Quartet done. Mark Ryan done.
Oh, hamburgers. Did Paxton's car just catch fire? I didn't see it, but I just kind of put 2 and 2 together. Wow, how bad was it? Oh, just smoking? Okay. All right. So Carter and Brian moving on to the B main event. Not for lower mains tonight.
AJ Cardinale.
We just for the A mains tonight.
Mike Council. Brian Merck.
Although if you guys do
David
want
Newell.
podium photo opportunities, it's $5 a photo. I'll take your picture. Cash only.
Omar Man and Salsa.
I will take your picture for $5.
Jordan Rivera.
Okay, I got Henry out there. I got John
Steve
out there
Lowe.
looking for the rest of my group.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, so Carter and Brian have bumped up to this one. Marshals will be Theo, Mark, Paxton, John, and Henry.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's see. Henry, can I get you to go where Mark is? Mark, can I get you over on this side, please? Little
30
formation
seconds
shift.
to the start of the race.
All right,
15
and if
seconds
I
to
can
the
either
start
get
of the
Paxton
race.
or substitute on behalf of Paxton, I need a turn marshal up front. I need somebody up front.
Less than 5.
Oh, okay, Paxton, can I get you up front, please? Paxton, in front of the driver's stand, please. Thank you, bud.
El Tigre.
All right, let's get our grid set. Jordan on the 1, Mike on the 2, Omar 3, Art 4, Tony 5, Steve 6, Brian 7, David 8, Carter 9, and Brian 10.
Carter Garcia.
All right, Brian Cassidy.
Brian Cassidy.
Okay, grid is set. Full 10-car main tonight. Just like a national event would be. All right, folks. We got marshals. We got drivers. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Rabar leading them off. Hey guys, I'm going to restart this one. Restart. You know what they say, S happens. And it happened, so we'll restart. I feel like that's the fairest thing to do. All right, folks, grid set. We got marshals. We're going racing. Drivers ready? Less than 5. Oh, false start. Oh, the dreaded R word. Restart. That was the test start. I didn't say less than 5. Come on, guys. I always say less than 5. All right, is it fixable? Jesus. All right, for real. I always say less than 5 first. Drivers ready. Less than 5. And a little tap towards the back of the pack. Meanwhile, we got Rabara out front. Oh, Rabara out front. Council in the 2 spot. Wilson 3, followed by Manansala. Got Merck rounding out the top 5. 25 seconds in. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Go outside. 40 seconds into this one. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Careful in the rhythm. That's clearing up. Your race leader is now making his way into the jelly roll. And over the tabletop, Mike Council, your first place car. Driving the white, yellow, green. Rabara in the 2 spot, gray and pink. Manansala holding down the 3, followed by Wilson. Then we got Merck and Leung, followed by Noel Cardinale and Garcia. 1:15 down, 4:45 to go. Got race leaders starting to come up on some traffic here. So if you see that white, green, yellow, give him some room. He's on a good run. Sam goes for that gray and pink. He is also on a good run. 1:30 down, 4:30 left in this one. In the middle. Careful at the speed bump, guys. All right, that is clear. Tabletop up front. Who is marshaling that spot? I believe that was Paxton. Where did he go? Two minutes in, 4 minutes remaining. My Council 1.7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 6 seconds up on Omar. Omar 2.5 ahead of Steve. Steve 2.9 ahead of Tony. Tony 1.7 ahead of Art. Art 5.4 ahead of David. David 6 seconds up on Brian. We got 2:25 down, 3:35 to go. $240 down, 3:20 left. Mike, Jordan, Omar, Tony, Steve, Art, David, Brian, and Carter. Your full running order here. Three down, 3 to go. Mike 6 seconds up on Jordan. Jordan 9.4 ahead of Omar. Omar 2.8 ahead of Tony. Steve rounds out the top 5. Careful at the speed bump, guys. 2:40 remaining, drivers. Careful in the middle, guys. Just past the speed bump. That is clear now. So Mike Council now pretty clear of the field. He's 9 seconds up. Jordan currently 4 seconds ahead of Omar. Omar 2.5 ahead of Tony. And Tony about 4 ahead of Art. Art rounding out the top 5. Then we got 2.8 back to Steve. Steve 3.2 ahead of Dave. We got through 4 minutes down, 2 minutes left in this one, drivers. Minute 40 remaining, drivers. Mike 9.2 ahead of Jordan. Your race leader now making his way over that tabletop. He'll be coming up on Omar next. Second place car now making his way through that jelly roll on the left. Minute 25 to go. Council Rabara, Manansala, Wilson, Cardinale, top 5, followed by Leung, Noel, Merck, Garcia. Minute 15 left in this one. Just over a minute to go. My Council going 15-9 last time by at the stripe. 55 seconds left. The closest battle right now. We're looking at Omar and Tony 1.2 apart. Art and Steve 0.9 apart with 40 seconds left. Mike Council another 15-9. So here we'll be coming up on David Knoll next. 25 seconds to go. Ooh, good bounce there. Still a 16-3 for your race leader. Oh, we got a tumbler. Need a little help. Oh, Rabara, hold on a second. You can turn him around, Theo. Turn him around. Okay. All right, leader down the back straight. The white, yellow, green. Good teamwork, guys.
Omar Man and Salsa done. David Newell done.
Oh, Omar getting caught at the line.
AJ Cardinale done. Brian Merck done.
Wow, Council going 15-8 last time by.
Mike Council done. Jordan Rivera done.
All right, one more car,
Steve Lim done.
and that'll be a race,
All
guys.
drivers are finished. LT
Your
Gray
bump
done.
ups. Going to be Mike Council, Jordan Rabara. Rest of the order will be Tony, Omar, Art, Steve, David, and Brian. All right, race number 3, our 17.5A main event. It's going to be Antonio, Bryant, Martin, Brian, Andrew, Kevin, Jeff, Ryan, Mike, and Jordan.
Rice Cakes. Martin White. Ryan Bernally. Kevin Allen. Goompa. Andrew Newell. 1 minute to the start of the race. Too soon Junior. Antonio Council.
Hey guys, careful at the end of the rhythm section.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
A little help at the end of the rhythm section. Got one stuck here. If I get all my guys from that previous group.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Mike Council. Less than 5.
All right, I should have Wilson, Manansala, Cardinale, Leung, Noel, Merck, Garcia. Okay, looks like I got my marshals. Let's set our grid. It's going to be Antonio 1, Brian 2, Martin 3, Brian 4, Andrew 5, Kevin 6, Jeff 7, Vernali 8, Council 9, and Rabara on the 10.
Jordan Rivera.
Okay, grid is set. Drivers ready. We're going racing. Less than 5. We're off. It's Council leading them off. We got blue versus orange out front. Marty White in the 3 spot right with them. Followed by Gross and Noel, your top 5. We got 20 seconds in. The battle to watch right now is going to be Antonio versus Bryant out front. 30 seconds down, 5:30 left. Council this time by 0.3 ahead of Mirafuente. We got Bryant 1.2 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.4 ahead of Brian, who's 0.8 ahead of Andrew. Oh, Andrew with a flip, but he lands on all four wheels. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. One minute down, 5 minutes to go. Antonio Council 0.7 ahead of Mirafuente. Yeah, Bryant 2.3 ahead of Martin, who's 0.4 ahead of Brian. So two battles going on towards the front of the pack. Got Antonio versus Bryant and Martin versus Brian. We got ourselves a mid-pack buggy train. Vernali, Council, Allen, and Noel all running very strongly there. Ooh. Mirafuente on Council like flies on stink. 140 down, 420 remains. Careful at the end of the rhythm, guys. End of the rhythm section. Be careful. All right, leaders coming up there, orange and blue. Yes, it's true. Good teamwork, guys. Got 150 down, 410 to go. Antonio going 15-2 last time by. 2 down, 4 to go. 15-1 for Council this time by at the stripe. He's 0.4 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 5 up on Martin. Oh, careful on the left side of the course, guys. That's clearing up. And the battle continues on. Orange versus blue. Careful, end of the rhythm, guys. End of the rhythm. Careful, end of the rhythm. BG to the 3. Right now, Brian 1 second ahead of Martin. Martin about 5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 2 up on Ryan last time by. Oh, leaders are slicing and dicing. Orange versus blue. Those are the cars to watch. 2:45 down, 3:15 left. Antonio and Bryant breaking away from the rest of the pack. 0.2 apart from each other. Those guys will be coming up on Kevin soon. Oh, good teamwork, guys. Good teamwork. Oh, Bryant not exactly downsiding that landing, but able to just carry the speed. We got ourselves a fight here. 3:15 down, 2:45 to go. Antonio and Bryant, followed by Brian, Martin, Kevin, rounding out the top 5. Rest order will be Mike, Ryan, Andrew, Jordan, and Jeff. Oh, a little trouble for Antonio, and that stumble was just enough to put Mirafuente in the 1. They're still separated by mere feet. Down the back straight they go, 2:30 to go. Got leaders coming up on a pack. The blue car and orange car, you're 1 and 2. Through the rhythm section they go. Down the back straight, 2:10 remaining, and only 0.2 of a second separating these two drivers. That's a lot of twos. 2 minutes to go. And something happened to Council here. That is going to allow Mirafuente to have a bit of breathing room now. 2.9 seconds. That's the largest gap we've seen all race long between these two drivers. A minute 45 remains. Let's see what happens here. Council with an 18 there. But he rebounds a 15.5. A minute 30 left, drivers. A minute 30 to go. All right, race leader is coming up on some traffic here. 125. Oh. 115. Bryant, Antonio, Brian, Martin, Kevin, your top 5, followed by Ryan, Mike, Andrew, Jordan, and Jeff. Race leader coming through traffic, driving the blue car. Orange car is approaching quickly. He is the second place runner. 1 minute to go, drivers. Gap between Mirafuente Council now 2.6. And remains about the same this time around. Got 45 seconds left. Got a leader coming up on Council soon. we got council. He'll be coming up on gross and other council pretty quickly here. 30 seconds remain. A little stumble there. Oh, Mike with a tumble. 20 seconds remain, drivers. This time by Bryant and Antonio, 3 seconds apart. Closest battle on the track right now is going to be Mike Council, Andrew Knoll, and Ryan Vernali going for the 6th spot. Whoa, Knoll with a tumble.
Andrew Knoll done. Ryan Vernally done. Martin White done. Kevin Allen done.
Keep going.
Jordan Rivera done. Goompa done. Antonio Council done. Rice Cakes done.
Here, I'll clock you's done.
All drivers are finished.
I'll be a race,
Mike
guys.
Council done.
Bryant taking the victory there. Final margin 2.8 ahead of Antonio. Well played on that one, guys. That was a good race. Bryant and Antonio putting up a good battle. Gross taking the 3 spots, so that'll be our podium. Bryant, Antonio, and Brian. Martin White in the 4, followed by Kevin, Mike, Andrew, Ryan, Jordan, and Jeff. All right, moving on to race 4. This is Stadium Truck. All right, first podium of the night.
Too Soon Jr. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, Stadium Truck. Here's your time to shine. Jeff, Brian, Eric, Jordan, Andrew, Carlos, David, and John.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Andrew Knoll. Jordan Rivera. David Knoll. 15 seconds to the start of the race. John Milio. Rice Cakes. Less than 5.
All right, folks, I'm going to need
Double
some
C.
turn marshals for truck. Get my 17.5 buggy racers out here. I know there's a couple of you back-to-back, but I had a full field in that one. EG, yeah, okay, there you are. All right, I'm looking for turn marshals. I'm looking for Bryant Antonio, Martin, Kevin, and Ryan, and that's it. I'm looking for you guys. Yeah, didn't check. All right, let's get our turn marshals out here. All right, we got Council Senior. Let's get Council Junior, please. And do I have Ryan out here too? Cool. All right, grid is going to be Jeff on the 1, Brian Gross on the 2, Eric Gonzalez 3, Jordan 4, Andrew 5, Carlos 6, David 7, John 8. Almost worked.
Eric Gonzalez.
All right, grid is good. Turn marshals ready, drivers ready. We're going racing. Less than 5. Got Miranda leading these guys off, driving the blue on white. BG in the 2 spot, followed by EG. All right, 20 seconds down. This is truck on track. All right, we're 30 seconds in. And Jeff has a little bit of a lead here, 1.7 seconds. Not much at all between Brian and Eric at the line. Got Jordan right there with him. And you got Carlos and Dave not too far back. Got 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Jeff 1.7 ahead of Brian. Brian 1 second ahead of Eric. Eric 0.4 ahead of Jordan. Oh, trouble in the roll. And that's clear. All right, Jeff Miranda now 0.4 of a second up on BG. BG is charging. Starting to get larger in the mirror. 120 down, 440 left. Your battle for the lead down the back straight. 0.5 is the gap. And they're coming up on some traffic there. Good teamwork there. Ooh, Jordan makes his way by Eric. Oh, Jeff takes the tumble. That's going to allow BG to the front. 140 down. BG 0.8 ahead of Miranda. Miranda 3 seconds up on Gonzalez. Gonzalez half a second ahead of Rabara. Rabara 5 seconds up on Cortez. Cortez 0.7 ahead of Noel. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes left in this one, drivers. All right, so EG back to the 3. Meanwhile, out front, half a second separates those 2 trucks. Ooh, BG a little sketchy there. Allowing Jeff to close. Jeff now makes his way to the top spot. He gets a little wide there. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Battle for the lead down the back straight. Miranda with a traction roll. Gives Brian a kick in the butt to get him going. Call that a bump draft. 2:40 down, 3:20 left. .245 in, 3:15 to go. BG 3 seconds ahead of Jeff. Jeff is 1.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2 ahead of Eric. Yeah, Eric 5.9 ahead of Carlos. Carlos 0.7 ahead of David. 2:50 left in this one, drivers. All right, race leader coming through the rhythm section. Got BG running his signature colors. The yellow, orange, blue, and white. Those are his colors. 3:30 down, 2:30 to go. Race leader coming up on some traffic here. Second place will be coming through fairly shortly. He's driving the white and blue truck. Then you got the gray and pink of third place. He'll be coming through eventually. 3:50 down, 2:10 to go. Oh. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Careful in the rhythm, guys. Got a minute 50 to go, drivers. Brian, Jeff, Jordan, Eric, David, Carlos, Andrew, and John, your full running order. $1:30 to go, drivers. Right now, Brian 4 seconds ahead of Jeff. Jeff 7 up on Jordan. Jordan 2 ahead of Eric. Eric 8 ahead of David. David 9 ahead of Carlos. Carlos 6 ahead of Andrew. Andrew 4.7 ahead of John. Got a minute 15 left in the 75 seconds to go here in race number 4. We got 40 plus coming up next. One minute to go, drivers. 1 minute left. Brian 4.4 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 9.1 ahead of Eric. Eric 1 second ahead of Jordan. $35 seconds left in this one, drivers. $30 seconds. $40 plus amen. You guys are up next. Be ready to go. Uh-oh, we got John Melio with the Superman cape flopping in the breeze. It's also known as a reverse alligator, if you're into that kind of thing. All right, folks. When you cross the line, you'll be done.
David Newell done. Eric Gonzalez done. Rice Cakes done. Jordan Rivera done. Andrew Moore done. John Milio done. Too Soon Jr.
Could
done.
somebody help him, please? Anybody?
All drivers are finished.
You're done, Carlos.
Double C done.
I'm sorry, Carlos. All right, we're moving on to race number 5. Our podium for that one going to be Brian, Jeff, and Eric. Rest order will be Jordan, David, Carlos, Andrew, and John. All right, so this one, our 40 plus A-man, might need a little help marshaling this one. If anybody is out there not doing anything, I think we probably have the majority of the building's remaining occupancy on the driver's stand right now.
AJ Cardinale. Julian Taylor. Kevin Allen. Martin White. Omar Man and Salsa. Steve Loom. Rice Cakes. Mike Council. 1 minute to the start of the race. Eric Gonzalez. Double C.
Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. All right, I may need some turn marshals.
45 seconds to the
Let's
start
see, guys
of the
who are
race.
not in this one. Jeff Miranda, Jordan Rivera, David Knoll, Andrew Knoll, John Emilio. May need your help for this one. Might need a few more
30
in
seconds
addition
to
to
the
that.
start of the race.
So if you're not doing anything, want to burn some calories, watch a good race. This is going to be a really good race, by the way. Yeah, in qualifying, they were super close.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, can I
Less
get
than
one more
5.
on the left side? Let's get you over on the west coast there, Dave. Or I guess from my perspective, that would be the north, Dave. We're sending you to the north. Although he's making his way to the great gray north. It's pretty gray. All right, BG on the 1 spot. Julian 2, Martin 3, Mike 4, Kevin 5, Omar 6, Steve 7, Art 8, Eric 9, Carlos 10. Hey, Carlos, you scored a perfect 10. All right, folks, we have marshals, drivers, best of luck. We are going racing in less than 5. Here we go. And we got Taylor winning that drag race there. Taylor and Gross having a battle here with White on the heels. They have broken away from the rest of the pack. Looks like Omar in the 4th spot. Oh, a little trouble between our leaders here. That's going to send Martin White to the front spot. 30 seconds in. Those top 3 drivers are all very close on pace. Martin, Brian, and Julian as they break away. Making their way through that rhythm section. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Cardinale moves into the 4th, followed by Omar. Then we got Kevin, Mike. Looks like Steve and Eric and Carlos. 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go, drivers. Trouble for Julian. A quick action there from Andrew Knoll. 110 down, 4:50 remains. Martin White 1 second up on Brian Gross. Brian now 2.8 ahead of Julian. Julian is 1.8 ahead of Art. Art has a little bit of breathing room back to the next car. I was looking at the wrong car, actually. Sorry about that, guys. 130 down, 4:30 to go. Marty and Brian out front. They've broken away. 15/8 for both those drivers this time by at the stripe. Taylor in the 3 spot trying to hold off a hard charging Kevin Allen. Oh, careful back straight go low. We got a minute 50 down, 4:10 remaining. Andrew Knoll is running all over the track. Got this guy working overtime. 2:05 down, 3:55 remain. Let's see, our race leader, I believe, is making his way through traffic. Oh, careful in the rhythm section, guys. Rhythm. And that is clear. Race leaders make their way across the line here. That's Martin White and Brian Gross, 7/10 apart. 3:30 left in this one. Kevin Allen in the 3 spot now. He's about 5 seconds back of your lead pack. Got 2:40 down, 3:20 left. Your full running order right now. Martin, Brian, Kevin, Mike, Eric, your top 5, followed by Julian, Art, Steve, Omar, and Carlos. Race leaders now making their way down the back straight once again. Separated by just 0.2 of a second. We got 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go, and we got ourselves a battle out front. That's Marty versus Brian. Through the rhythm section they go. Nose to tail. 3:15 down, 2:45 to go. Yeah, race leaders still nose to tail here. Like a couple of dogs that just met each other. They're coming up on some traffic here. Good teamwork there, Steve. 3:35 down, 2:25 left. Race leaders will be coming up on Art pretty soon. Yeah, well, that was pretty soon, all right. 2:15 to go. Down the back straight they go, 0.2 apart. Brian having a look there. Having to check up, get on the brakes. 2 minutes remain, drivers. Oh, BG a little bit too deep in that corner. Careful, just past the speed bump, guys. Just under 2 minutes left. Careful, just past the speed bump, guys. That's clear. So Martin last time by 1.9 ahead of BG. This time by at the stripe. Gap is 1.7. 135 remains in this one, drivers. Martin, Brian, Kevin, Mike, Eric, your top 5, followed by Julian, Steve, Omar, Art, and Carlos. This time by at the line, 1.5 separates your top 2 cars. Minute 10 remains, drivers. One minute left, drivers. 1 minute left. Brian Gross that time by 15.6. He is closing in on Marty. 0.7's the gap. So they're coming up on some more traffic here. Good teamwork, guys. Oh, BG a little off trajectory. It needs a little help. Thank you, Jeff. 30 seconds left. That's going to put Brian about 4 seconds back of Martin. And Kevin now just 1.2 back of Brian. 20 seconds remaining. All right, 10 seconds left. Whoa, careful up front. All clear. I'll give you $1 if you can do that again, Carlos.
Steve Loom done. Rice Cakes done.
Careful at the
Kevin
speed bump,
Allen
guys.
done.
Careful at the speed bump. When you cross the line, you'll be done. Brian getting caught, so Martin is on a victory lap
Omar
here.
Man and Salsa done. AJ Cardinale done. Martin White done.
Careful on the back
Mike
straight, guys.
Council done.
That'll be
Gonzalez
that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race.
Double C done.
Your podium for
All
40
drivers
plus
are
tonight:
finished.
Martin White,
Julian Taylor
Brian
done.
Gross, and Kevin Allen. Rest order will be Mike, Eric, Julian, Steve, Omar, Art, and Carlos. All right, that will conclude 40 plus. We'll be moving on to 21.5 expert. This one's going to be Ryan, Julian, Jordan, Tony, and Steve.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I need a little help in the rhythm section. If I can start getting drivers from 40 plus out here, please. I could use your help.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
I got one down in the rhythm section.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Jordan Rivera. Ryan Vernally. Less than 5. Julian Taylor. Steve Loom.
All right. Do I have two marshals on this side over here? Just one? Okay. Oh, BG's on his way. Hey, BG. Can I get you on this side, my friend? Yes. Yeah, which way is the gun show? Tony Wilson, are you gonna make it? Oh. Okay. All right. So if you guys want to check out some on-road racing, we got Team Powers Cup this weekend. 2 days of on-road action. Weather permitting, of course. All right. So our starting order is going to be Ryan Vernali on the 1 spot. Julian Taylor on the 2 spot. Jordan
LT
Ribara
Gray.
on the 3, Tony Wilson on the 4, and Steve Leung on the 5. This is 21.5 Expert Buggy.
Everybody in front of Tony, look out.
Bohica. All right, drivers, we are going racing. Less than 5. Well, we got Taylor being shot out of a cannon. Vernali looking disoriented for a moment. Hey, where'd that guy come from? Tony taking a tumble. All right, well, Art made sure he got his lap. So, trouble for Taylor. Ribara has the lead. This time by, we got Ribara 1.5 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 1.1 ahead of Taylor. Taylor 0.6 ahead of Leung. Leung 2.9 ahead of Wilson. Our 21.5 Expert class on track. Showing you guys what these machines are capable of. All right, 16.3 for Jordan, 16.3 for Ryan, 16.2 for Julian, 16.9 for Steve, 17.3 at the moment for Tony. Got minute 5 down, 4:55 remaining. Remember, guys, Tony doesn't lay down his super fast times till about 2-3 minutes in. Until then, it's just warm up. Oh, there we go, 16.3, way to be. His arms are cold. All right, 2:45, 125 in. Went a little dyslexic there for a moment. So Jordan Ribara maintaining the 1 spot, but Julian Taylor is closing. He's getting larger in the rearview mirror. Well, that time by Jordan goes 16.1, so gap between 1 and 2, 0.9. Trouble for Julian. Trouble for Tony. Trouble on lap number 7. I thought 7 was supposed to be a lucky number. All right, 2:05 in, 3:55 remaining. Jordan Ribara 5.4 ahead of Ryan Vernali. $2:15 in, 3:45 left. Ribara, Vernali, Taylor, Leung, and Wilson all on the same lap. a little bit of boxing there. Oh, Tony taking a flip, allowing Leung by, and the battle is on once again. 2:40 down, 3:20 left in this one. Whoa, Leung with the block. Oh, a little shove, a little push. These guys are having a battle here. 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go here. Oh, a little trouble for Steve, but he hangs on. Yeah, when you miss that rhythm section, it's like riding a bucking bronco. Like, you're just along for the ride. And just got to pray and hope for the best. Thankfully, it worked out for Steve that time. He's still in this battle. 3:15 down, drivers, 2:45 left. Jordan Rabar leading by 7 seconds. Closest battle right now. Gonna be Ryan Vernali and Julian Taylor. Down the back straight they go. 3:30 down and 2:32 go. .220 to go. It's Jordan 8.6 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.5 ahead of Julian. Julian 4.5 ahead of Wilson. And Wilson this time by 4 seconds up on Steve. All right, 2 minutes left, drivers. 2 to go. Jordan, Ryan, Julian, Tony, and Steve. Whoa, somebody losing the cap. All right, 4:15 in, 1:45 to go. 1:40 remains. A battle for the 2 spots starting to get interesting here. Taylor putting the pressure on Vernali. 1:30 remains. Oh, Taylor having to do a little donut to get himself out of that one. 2 seconds now the gap. Still got 1:20, so this is still a race. Just don't push too hard. 1:10 to go, drivers. Gap between 2 and 3 is 3.4 seconds. .45 seconds to go. And closest battle now, actually, it's going to be Julian and Tony. They're just 2 seconds apart. We got 40 seconds left here, drivers. 35 seconds remain. All right, Vernali is 2.3 ahead of Taylor. Taylor 1.7 ahead of Wilson. Somebody's radio is dying. That's a Futaba, or is it? Is it Futaba beeping? No, actually it's a KO. It must be Vernali. It's either Vernali or Taylor. No, Taylor's running a Fly Sky now.
Ryan Vernali done.
Well, Ryan Vernali
Julian
crosses the
Taylor
line
done.
before his radio battery
LT
dies.
Gray done. All drivers are finished.
Well, maybe it's not Vernali's radio.
Jordan
Somebody's
Rivera
radio's
done.
beeping. All right, that'll be a race, guys. Or maybe it is the alarm. I don't know. Yeah, it might be the alarm, Tony. Oh, it's Omar's radio. Okay. All right, podium for that one going to be Jordan, Ryan, and Julian. All right, we're moving on to race number 7. This is 21.5 Sportsman Buggy. Final race of the night.
John Milio.
Let's see. Has Henry left the building? So Mark is going to replace Henry in this one. So Mark, you got 21.5? You know what? You should sign up for this class every time then. Sign up for 17.5 and 21.5. Get more track time. All right, so I'm going to need some turn marshals, guys. Our lineup here is going to be John on the 1, Theo on the 2, and Mark on the 3.
1 minute to the start of the race. 10 car Ted. Mark Ryan.
All right, got Mark added in. Just need a few turn marshals, and we will get this show on
45 seconds to
road.
the start of the race.
All right, let's see. I could use one in front of the driver's stand.
30
Yeah,
seconds
one in front
to
of the
the start
driver's
of the
stand, one
race.
of you guys. Cool, awesome. All right, folks, we're going racing. Less than 5. Here we go. This is 21.5 Sportsman Buggy. Hopefully we'll have a few more racers to join you next time. I'm trying to encourage some of these guys. To see the light on 21.5 Buggy. I mean, if you're a budget racer, it's cool because you don't wear out the tires nearly as fast. You don't do so much wear and tear on the car. And you're honestly only going to be 0.2 to 0.5 a lap off your 17.5 times. And that's if you're a decent driver. 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Got John Melio out front. I think last time we had a radar gun handy, we actually clocked 17.5 touring cars in the 40s speed-wise. All right, 110 down, 350 left in this one. It's John, 5 seconds up on Theo. Theo, 7 seconds up on Ryan. Mark Ryan, that is. 120 down, 340 to go. All right, John, Theo, Mark, your remaining contestants here in 21.5 Sportsman. $145 down, 3:15 to go, drivers. Emilio out front. His fast lap is 17.6. Got Theo going 19.2. Mark also going to 19.2. All right, 2 minutes in, 3 minutes left in this one, drivers. It's our final race of the night. So we got racing tomorrow and Sunday. Our Team Powers Cup on-road race. We'll be here bright and early tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. 2 days of on-road racing action. Be there. Also, if you're not in the on-road, there is a race over in Ripon, California on the turf track at Speed Factory RC. They got an event going on tomorrow. 250 down, 210 to go. All right, so speaking of Speed Factory, might be making a group field trip out there at some point. So we'll all coordinate on that one. Minute 45 to go, drivers. We got John 5 seconds up on Theo. Oh, we got Mark with the credit card. And Mira Fuente there to help out. $130 left in this one, drivers. 90 seconds left. Well, the good news is all three of you guys will be making the podium tonight. The bad news is, well, there's no bad news. It's all good, man. 110 to go. John Melio 6 seconds up on Theo Lynn. Theo is a lap up on Mark. We got 1 minute to go, drivers. All right, we'll be starting our Spring Series next Friday night. Spring Series starts next Friday night. And it's open to drivers of all skill levels, too. We got a category for everybody. Well, everyone driving a 10-scale, 2-saw powered car, that is. I mean, if enough people show up with Groms, we'll race those, too. We gotta have enough to really marshal the next race to consider it a possibility. But yeah, if we got like 4 or 5 Groms out here, let's do it. I mean, you know, hey, if we have 3 Groms and 2 short courses, we can make that a class. We'll make it
John
work.
Milio done.
All right, so John has finished. Got Theo making his way to the line. And that will be a
10
race.
car Ted done.
All right, can I get all 3 of you guys to the podium, please? John, Theo, and Mark to the podium. All right, folks, thank you all for coming out. It's been awesome. That concludes Friday Night Racing. I do have to ask you guys to pack up. Unfortunately, we're not going to do any practice after racing tonight. We'll make it up to you guys next time or sometime in the future. All right, folks, thank you all for coming out once again. Thank you all.